Ready?
Yeah.
We are live already. Here we go. Welcome. Hi, Phil.
Hey, Doug. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Awesome.
Did you have a good day?
I did. Did you?
Yeah. I had a great weekend. I got to beat up on Vlad all weekend. He's probably not too happy about it.
No.
AJ had a rough day.
Yeah, he was playing the AOL.
Wait a minute. I don't know if he wants people to tell us what he was playing.
Oh, really?
He's not giving up on that deck.
Really?
Yeah.
I would.
No, really?
Yeah.
It was all right.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was okay.
Thought I'd turn this down.
Like you, he's playing a stupid Dueling the Gate
Yeah.
deck. That Dueling the Gate deck you were playing was driving me crazy. Oh, Josh is there. Hi, Josh. How are you?
Hello?
It's probably a lot warmer down there today. Why do we always ask
Pretty
Josh
warm.
about the weather? Are we just that jealous? Wait till we get to summertime, Josh. We'll quit asking you. Thursday's games were such a blast. Well, thanks, Josh. I appreciate that. It was a lot of fun, and we even stayed and played a fourth game. So that was good.
You recorded it, right?
Oh, they're live. They were
Yeah.
live. So as soon as we stop the live stream, YouTube uploads it,
Yeah.
so people can go watch them. I only won one game out of 4.
First one.
Yep, the first one with Henry Pym. Did I play Pym the whole game? No, first game I think I played Beyonder, didn't I? Or it was
Yeah.
a Pym.
Beyonder, I think.
Beyonder. Then I switched to Pym,
Yeah.
and then I switched again.
Well, the second game you played Corey's deck.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, no, actually, you played Beyonder last because you had to get your X-Baby specials.
Right. I started
So-
with Pym and won.
Yeah. Then
Then I played Corey's deck.
Yeah.
And that's the only game he watched. I asked him if he watched. He said, "Yeah, I just watched as you blew up my deck."
Yeah. Yeah, you let Heroes go the first hand.
Yeah, 76 degrees is down there. Ooh.
Beautiful.
But it was a lot of fun. We're not going to be able to do it this Thursday night because I messed up. I totally forgot I'm going to be in Chicago.
You could do it there.
Do it online. An hour time difference.
Yeah, it'd be 9 o'clock.
It'd be
My
hard.
time.
Yeah.
West Coast might like it.
Yeah, I'm sure they would. Yeah, get you in trouble.
Yeah, I have to do it from home.
So I think we'll skip this week, and I'm hoping next week to have an any hero deck.
Did you try to come up with one?
Yeah, I'm working on one. It's definitely going to have Invisible Woman on it. And get
One
plus
plus two?
plus 2 to venture. Yep. Outside of that, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do because I get plus 2 to venture and a 9 or less.
Right.
So I probably need Scarlet Witch to go along. And I don't
It's a
know.
good combo.
Yeah, I guess Spawn, Doctor Strange. Have 3.
Hear McMillan cry, that's a Cadillac again?
Yeah. I don't know. Not sure yet.
There's so many possibilities out there.
Yeah. I don't
Because
want
you can make it intellect if you play the plus 2 woman.
Invisible Woman.
Fantastic.
Yeah. What about a negate?
Beast, Dark Beast. Donald Pierce.
You know what?
Mole Man.
Ooh, Mole Man.
You could break out your Puppet Master.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to play decks that are max, or not max 6, but have a max 6 character on them.
Yeah.
Because I would like to do the Psycho Man. Mole Man. Puppet Master's fun, but I don't think I'd ever play him.
Yeah, he can be good.
You think?
He was better in the Devourer environment.
Yeah.
Because he had the little Iceman.
Right.
And he's got a 7. He's got the card to go get somebody else's dead card.
The BQ.
Yeah. Which, like I said, his is good because you can grab a draw 3 or a negate or...
It's a great topic this week, says Josh. I play online as often as I can. Just had a fun game on Saturday. Nice.
Oh,
Doug,
good.
sewer home base
For any hero.
for any heroes. The sewer. You know what? We have been looking at the sewer.
That's a
Maybe-
site.
Maybe I will look at that. Hey, Daniel, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll wait to see if a few more people get in the chat. We're only 5 minutes in.
I think the sewer has their plus 2 to intellect power cards or something.
Oh, really?
I believe so. For defense, I think. It could be both, but actually I should look that up.
You know, I really like the Henry. Hey, Michael, how are you? Hey, Brett, what's up? I really like the Henry Pym getting +2 to multi-powers.
Yeah, that's nice.
I keep forgetting about it, and half the time I would remember, half the time I'd forget.
Yeah, it's +2 for defense.
Okay.
It's
So,
not great
Henry Pym gets +2 to defense.
for
And,
multi-powers.
and I had a 4 multi placed on him and a 6 intellect power card in my hand. He attacked me with the teamwork, and I used the 6 instead of the 4 to
Ah.
defend it. Because I just
Forgot.
totally forgot. But
Yeah.
I still beat Vlad pretty badly that hand, so it was all right. I think Vlad's still crying. He hasn't texted me all day today. Excited for this topic. Just bought my webcam and stand. All right, Daniel. Yeah. And Josh says, I use Sewer as a site and love it, but it's an equally fun home base. Ah, yeah.
Yes, I think what people are trying to do with it is maybe play a basic universe or two with it. And then they can really ramp up the defense in it.
Yeah.
You can block, I think, up to an 11 with certain characters.
Okay. Do you still have that home base pulled up?
Yeah, I
What
do.
characters are on there?
The Lizard, Abomination, Mole Man, Morlocks, Venom, and Angel. So I think there's 2 or 3 characters that have a 6 intellect. The Lizard, Mole Man. I can't remember if Abomination is
And-
6 intellect or 6 fighting. I think he's 6 fighting, 5
So-
intellect.
With Mole Man, you got a negate.
Right.
The Morlocks, you got an 8.
Eat strength, yeah.
Yeah.
Abomination's a 5 intellect.
But no
Lizards
9 or
is-
less avoids, or even a 4 or 6.
No.
Uh, Okay.
Lizard has a lockout.
and nothing you can play out of reserve.
No.
Oh,
So I think most people run a combo of like Mole Man, Abomination, Lizard, and then probably run Morlocks
Really?
and then run.
Doesn't the Morlocks have a card that can defend them or a teammate, or remove a special,
It removes a hit
removes a hit?
from a current battle or permanent record. Run from slaughter.
So you have to take the hit first,
You
and
have
then
to
you
take the
can
hit.
remove it.
Right. But it could affect Venture Total.
Yeah.
You can remove.
And it could keep you alive too.
Right.
And it could take that JW off.
But there's no real serious threat in that deck, I don't feel like.
Abomination.
He's got a 9 and that's 7. That makes you discard the first 3 specials if it's successful.
That's fun.
Yeah, so it's a
Hey, Ricky. Ricky says Sewer home base worked well for me in Columbus and the rest of us tournament. All right. Hey, Doug, how are you? Good to see you joining us tonight. Josh says Abomination, Mole Man, Lizard on the front line, Morlocks in reserve.
yeah, so probably back up the 8 and play an 8 any power.
Do they have
There are 2 intellects, the problem.
the Morlocks have a card they can play from reserve?
No.
Nope. Okay. Still, it's not bad. I
It would have been
that.
nice if they had Callisto on the site, because then he could have went and got the activator
Ooh, yeah.
instead of the Morlocks.
Right. Doug says, I have a sewer deck with those same characters. And Ricky says, me too.
Yeah, I don't think it's great, but it's probably somewhat competitive.
All right. Well, Vlad won't be able to come down the following Thursday. So it'll probably just be you and me again, unless we can talk AJ into showing up.
Yeah, you can probably get him here.
Vlad might be able to come down. I'm not sure what's going on. I know he was off for like 2 weeks from soccer. I don't know if that was last week and this week, or this week and next week.
Yeah, I'm assuming spring break type stuff.
Yeah, so he'll probably be back at it. All right, how many people we got in the chat now?
9,
9. Oh, that's pretty good. We got
maybe
1, 2.
maybe just 8.
Oh yeah,
One
'cause
could be me.
All right, 8 players. All right, guys. Let's see how many. I bet every one of you play online, right? Ricky, do you ever play online with anybody? I know you're out there in the middle of nowhere, Midwest. You probably don't have too many guys you can play with.
Yeah.
So if you want to play online, it's not too difficult if you have the right software. Any camera or any phone will work as a camera. And you do need a tripod, really. But tripods are very inexpensive. You need one that'll hold a cell phone. You can use some software like OBS Studio. If you're familiar with that, there's a way to do it. And Ricky says he has not, and Michael says he doesn't play, doesn't have anyone to play, or hasn't played online with anyone. The biggest issue with playing online is being able to see most of the table. You have to be able to see everything on your opponent's side. You have to be able to see their heroes, any place cards, their deck,
Their missions.
just to avoid any appearance of something not being kosher. You want to be able to see them draw the 8 cards. If they put that deck out of sight of the camera, you just don't know what's going on. So keep that deck in camera view, and you should place everything out or set everything up and then ask your opponent, can you see everything? And if they say yes, stay right there. Don't change a thing the whole game. Most of the time, you're not going to be able to see the hits against your characters. So you'll be able to see the hits. You place the cards, the hits on your opponent's character in front of you, so you match it up with what you're seeing on the screen, so you know what you've got against your opponent, but you can't see what your opponent has against you. At least I've never been able to come up with a way to show that much of the table. Have you?
Yeah, so the way we've been doing it now is after the hits, the battle's over, we tuck the hits on the character,
And it kind of shows
and
them.
it kind of shows them.
Okay.
But it's not great because a lot of times then you think, oh no, now I got 2 hits, and it's actually the 2 hits that's on your opponent.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so yeah, you gotta always be mentally focused when you're playing that way.
Yeah, if you could put a camera directly over top and looking down, you're probably not going to be able to do that with a phone. But Josh says he's got something. He's got a great home rig. I just posted a photo of it on the Discord. And Brett says, I haven't, but I need to if I want to get in any games. And Ricky says, I played MTG on Spell Table. That worked well. I set something up to be able to play on Spell Table, but then I never did
Yeah.
do anything there.
When I initially started playing online, the way we did it is we had a pen and a paper, and then none of the cards stayed out on the table as far as the hits from the battles. And you
Interesting.
just logged it. Okay, Spawn has a 1 multi and a 4 strength.
Okay.
And then you just update your opponent as you're playing.
All right. Ricky says he just don't have time to coordinate with the kids and homework, etc. Yeah, it is hard to find time to play online for most people. I know there for a while when I was getting ready for Boston, I was playing online quite a bit. But after that, I really slacked off. Josh says, top-down camera mount with my DSLR, but you can use any webcam. Pen and paper is a good idea. So if you use a DSLR on a webcam, Josh, what software are you running that through? Are you doing Zoom? Zoom is probably the easiest thing to use if you have
Yeah, if somebody has a full
a
account.
professional account, right? You don't have a time limit. If you're just doing the free account, I think you get 40 minutes.
Yeah. Which
And-
then you gotta log back. You have to take a break though too, right?
Yeah, I think it's 5 minutes or 7 minutes, something like that. Yeah, Josh uses Zoom. On that free Zoom account, they start that countdown as soon as anyone joins the chat. So, or the conference. If you join the conference and your opponent shows up 5 minutes later, you now have 35 minutes before it knocks you out.
And then you gotta get set up and all the other stuff.
Yeah. Daniel says, Josh, I appreciate that setup. Adam has a good setup too. I was hoping Adam would make the chat today. I know he's on the West Coast. He plays online a lot. And Josh says he has a full account, full Zoom account through work. Adam is who I play the most often. Okay, Josh. Yeah, I think Adam has a top-down too, doesn't he?
So they met in Boston, is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they both showed up in Boston for their first event, and they've been playing a lot. Being able to do a top down is the best way because then you can see both sides of the table.
Yeah.
But
So a lot of times what I do is I have two iPhones, so I'll use one for the camera and one to watch.
oh,
But-
they
but-
don't
but
they
then
don't interfere.
You got to mute them,
Oh,
or you got to
okay.
mute one for sure, because you'll get feedback.
Right. All right. And then you can you
And-
mute one. You can talk to your opponent on the other
Right.
to the other one.
Yeah. So I just strictly use this one for the viewing. The other one I use to talk and watch.
Okay. Do you set the tripod up on the table and do the top down?
Yeah.
And most of the time
It
you're
seems like it works okay.
playing Vlad and
Vlad and Sam.
Sam,
Yeah.
AJ once in a while.
Barry. I think we've played once.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Daniel says, no, Josh says, Adam's a stand-up guy. Yep, Adam's good. An affordable top-down mount on Amazon. Yeah, it's not too expensive to get a tripod or a phone mount on Amazon. I think $20.
Yeah, it's fairly
Yeah,
inexpensive.
maybe 30. But if you have a free shipping account on Amazon, it's not much. If you have Amazon Prime, get that free shipping. You can get your mount pretty cheap. Don't really need microphones. You're using the phone. Now, if you go with the camera, like Josh does,
Yeah, then you
Josh,
need
what
one.
kind of microphone you using? A good microphone will probably run you 80, maybe $100, 120, but you can get them for 80 to 100 on sale.
Yeah, and I think Sam and Vlad both play through their webcam off their computer.
Okay. So if you're computer literate at all, there are lots of ways to do it. Josh says his just clamps onto the kitchen table. Yep, that's good too. I've never found a good one that clamped onto the tabletop that held a phone. The iPhones are kind of heavy.
Yeah, it's got to be one that screws onto the table and then lifts up.
Yeah. And it kept tilting over. Mine always looked like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Oh, okay. Josh just uses the laptop mic. I run the camera into my laptop and watch the other side on the laptop screen.
Yeah.
Great. It's not hard. It's not expensive. If you're watching YouTube, you can set something up and play online. Probably, I just can't get into Discord. We should go into Discord and check out Josh's setup. Actually, I think I will while we talk. But,
Is that what they play on?
Josh posted a picture of his setup on Discord. Geez, it's been so long, I don't even know where the app is. Let's see. Josh, when did you post that? Oh, I see it. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay. That's a nice camera, too, Josh. That's a little bit more than most people are going to do, to be honest with you. But it does look good.
Yeah.
Wow. He's got that camera mount. Josh, if I may ask, what did that stand cost on Amazon? Do you remember? That's a nice sturdy stand right
Yeah,
there.
it looks heavy duty.
Because that's a heavy camera. And there ain't nothing moving off that camera. Wow.
So then he just plugs it into the laptop
Yeah. Okay.
and has the mic down through there.
Yeah. And through Zoom.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't tell what team you're playing, though.
Let me see if I can.
Well, wait a minute. That's Super Patriot, Captain American Reserve, Beast the Brute. Oh, and Bullseye.
I think he told us about that deck last week.
Ah, Bullseye. Yes, he did tell us about that. And I saw Super Patriot and was thinking it'd be a strength deck, but it's
Strength
Beast the
fighting.
Brute. Yeah, it's both. Nice. And
And I'm sure the KO event. Do you see missions?
yep.
There's
Yeah,
the
he's running
crossing.
the crossing. Yeah, gee.
And no energy power cards.
Yeah.
So you can get both of them.
Yeah. And I wouldn't run the no teamwork event.
No.
He's running 5 teamworks at least there, right? No, more than that.
Uh,
7. Could have up to 7.
yeah, I don't think you'd run that many, but
Huh? Why not?
well, because Cap Could only
3
play the
fighting,
intellect.
2 strength, and 2. Oh, only 1 intellect.
And it's in reserve.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but not for long. He's hoping to KO the Super Patriot in the first hand. Yeah, that looks good. You running A next with the strength? You're not switching it out for
Yeah, I
intellect,
think I'd run
energy, or
intellect.
fighting?
Yeah.
Warlocks. Wait a minute. Oh, there's
Must
the
be
sewer.
Yeah.
What is that?
It looks like the any power.
Oh, okay, that's a 5 inning.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, I like it. I like it. I actually might even copy that and play it next
Yeah, it's
Thursday.
actually a deck that should be fairly good.
By the way, nobody has mentioned any decks for you to build to play on Thursday. So
All right.
maybe I'll have to throw something up there, make you get creative. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Hey, somebody post in the chat you want to see Phil make a Blue Beetle deck.
Blue Beetle. I can make a Blue Beetle deck.
Huh?
Yeah,
You can make competitive?
I think so.
Ricky, tell him he can't do it. Let's see.
$34 mount.
How much?
34.
$34. Yes, thanks, Josh. That's good. It wasn't. Double check purchase history. Zach V has something on Tabletop Simulator that's supposed to be cool. I don't have a personal computer since. Oh, what? In Columbus a couple years ago? You haven't replaced it yet?
Yeah, remember the car got stolen?
Oh, I remember. Yeah, he told me about that. I really like the deck. I just got awful luck on my dupes on hands 1 and 3. Yeah, that'll kill you. No doubt.
And it kills every deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should build a Jubilee Yonder
X-Babies, X-Man.
Barbie. A Jubilee Yonder X-Babies and X-Men deck. I don't know. It doesn't sound too good to me. How about you?
It's probably okay. Not. Mandarin X-Babies Onslaught. Strange.
Ooh.
I had a deck similar to that.
You know what? I used to love to play Mandarin,
Yeah.
but I haven't done it in years. Maybe I'll look into a Mandarin deck. You got something good out of
Couple good
Masters
cards.
of Evil, right?
Yeah, a couple good cards.
Yeah, what do you get?
He got Avoid All Teamworks that sets in play. You have to play it offensively, but it sets in play until a teamwork is played.
Kind of like Stars and Garters. You can just shift it to that card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it blocks the whole teamwork.
I like that. You know, if you draw it in the hand, they don't have one.
Right. You just put it in play.
Yeah.
He also got a card similar to, I'm pretty sure it's like Raza or Penance Stare. Discard all place cards. Can't attack. I believe.
And he's got a
And he's already got opponent discard a card.
opponent. Okay.
He's got a 6 strength, which is offsuit.
And a 4 fighting combined with 1 energy power card.
Intellect.
Intellect power card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can only get it to a 9.
Yeah.
But he's got shift all attacks off of Mandarin. So he's got like cannon fodder. And then
Right.
he has a 9 or less avoid.
A teammate avoid.
Teammate only though.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. So if you can get the shift in.
you're right.
But he's also got a new card that lets him go through either his draw pile or his dead pile and grab a card and put it in play immediately.
Okay.
So you can go get you got 2 chances to try and go get your cannon fodder card.
How many points is he? 19.
19. Yeah.
7 energy, 6 intellect.
And he's similar to Pim, his inherits. He's +2 to all fighting power cards. And he's a 4 fighting.
Okay. I like it.
So
I like it.
problem is he's 19 and he's energy.
Yeah. Doug says Barbie is the high teen they just landed, right?
And I'm playing Ken.
Yeah. Brett says, watch out for that Just Ken special.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Josh, it's my fighting sewer deck. A next is energy. Lots of energy specials. Really? That looked like the strength one, but they all look alike. Oh, okay. That could be their new energy icon.
Could be.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of energy in sewer.
Yeah.
You got Venom has a 4 combined with an energy power card that you can get up to a 12. I don't think with him anyway, but on that
Warlocks
deck.
have
But
a 3, don't is that 3?
that's
again?
3
Oh,
strength.
strength.
Yeah. Moleman has the 5 energy. Lizard has a 5 remove like Holocaust its energy.
Brett says cannon fodder and mind control on X babies that can't be KO'd by power cards.
Yeah.
X Barbie, she's a man now.
Yeah, so he's running both cards to the babies.
Yeah. The problem with the babies inherent is that it's been
Errata.
eroded, that their spectrum and 20 cumulative, they're KO'd.
They have, a
So
hard,
you kind of can get them with power cards.
they have a hard time blocking teamworks too.
Well, except for that 7 inning that they got from Little Rogue.
Yeah,
You have to draw one every other hand.
you need them.
Yeah.
Or the straight avoid. Problem is, if you run all those cards, you just have so many X baby specials in the deck.
Right. They got so many good specials, though.
They do,
It's hard not to play them.
especially for 15 points.
Yeah, and that inherent is awesome. Josh says high defense on characters between Cap and Bullseye Master Molds. Battle Sight Cap and Bullseye Master Molds. Battle Sight is mostly offensive.
Yeah, it's a decent deck. Like I said, it's got the KO there too.
Yeah, that KO event can be nasty against decks that aren't Beyonder decks or similar decks to yours, Josh.
Yeah.
I don't like to play against it, but I kind of almost always have a character that I'm going to KO every time. Try and run only a few specials, just in case of that.
Yeah, Bullseye got the Master Mold now.
And is that out of MOE? That's nice. Okay.
And he's got a 6 energy. I think if it's successful, he gets to continue to make as many power card stacks as he wants.
Oh, nice.
So it's pretty powerful. And then I believe he has the I think he has the shell game. Pick a card if it lands.
Yeah. The other day you were playing a Dual Negate deck with a Master Mold character, right? X-Man?
No.
No, that was a different deck.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there was the X-Man deck. You always seem to have that
The Master
stream
Mold.
profit whenever you needed it.
Yeah, I do play that with the Outback, so I have 2 options for Street
Yeah.
Profit / Master Mold.
Yeah, that's a great card because it's going to stop that follow-up on the teamwork.
The big ones.
You got a 6 to stop the first attack. It doesn't matter what that next attack is. You know you're going to avoid it,
Yeah.
even if it's a 10 or 11.
Right.
So that's a great card. It just,
Yeah, I wish Sentinels were a little more playable.
yeah, they can be. The problem is you got to have that stupid negate character.
Yeah, they're 20 points with no good one per deck. Is the problem.
Right, no, nothing powerful.
Yeah.
And just have all the little 4, maybe 1 additional energy and a
Right.
7 intellect attack. And,
I like the target lockdown specials though.
yeah, that's nice too. You played a deck without a negate.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you like it?
It was just okay.
Just okay.
Yeah, I really wanted to play it with Hell's Kitchen, but I didn't have time to build it.
Okay.
I think it would be better because then I would have Ghost Rider with another draw 3 and skeletal summonings, and then it's got a lot of defense in there. It's got the hand and it's got Electra, so you get the 6 that you can block a teamwork, and you got the infiltration, which is like confusion. Ghost Rider has a void of fighting and energy, so it's got a lot of defense in the Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
And I can't remember. Enforcers have a card that removes, and they got acrobatics. So
Yeah.
it's just got a lot of good little tricks in there.
Playing Onslaught Citadel like I did all day Saturday, I kept forgetting I didn't have acrobatics. That was kind of rough.
Yeah,
But I did, by the end of the day, I was really enjoying Onslaught Citadel.
it can be good.
Yeah, almost won that game for me against you.
Yeah,
I pulled 19 hits, 19 points of venture out of your
yeah,
X-Men.
18 out, and you already had a
18.
1 on me. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, wow, I'm going to turn this game around real quick. But
Yeah.
it just wasn't enough.
yeah. If you don't have a negate, there's no stopping Citadel.
Right.
I mean,
Get to
the
do-
tricks it has is next to none.
Yeah, you can,
You can tuck, you
Tuck.
can pull out, you can KO,
yeah.
and you can lock out with acrobatics and plates. So you got everything you want.
And then you KO that third character, and
Right.
you're like, what are you going to do now?
Right.
So let's see.
And if you're not playing obviously, if you're playing Citadel, you're not playing the Anti-Hero, so your opponent can't pass with cards in their hand. They have to start attacking your site. So,
Yep. Brett says my original build used Jubilee instead of X Babies, and something symbiote artifact for defense.
yeah, so then you can copy anybody's grid for
Oh.
defense.
That's nice. Josh says, Ricky, now do it with Jubilee and OG Armor Iron Man. Ricky says, and Shadowcat. Shadowcat in reserve, playing out of Void 1 Intellect. Is that an Intellect icon or an Intellect
No,
attack?
just intellect attack.
Yeah, that's not going to get you a whole lot of defense there.
Same as She-Hulk's.
She-Hulk's is Intellect also?
But she
Yeah.
can keep duplicate.
Yeah. But there's just not enough Intellect decks.
Probably not.
Yeah, not in competitive play. Because
Right.
everyone's playing...
It's getting more. It's getting more prevalent. I think a lot of people are playing Fantastic.
Yeah. It's nice to see him on decks, that's for sure.
Yeah. Besides 4 Freedoms.
Yeah. AJ didn't play 4 Freedoms all day Saturday, did he?
No, he
He
didn't.
just played his trial deck.
His trial deck.
He's not even in the chat tonight. I don't know what he's doing because he's not working today. He told me he's off till Wednesday. AJ, where are you? Vlad, where are you? You don't have soccer tonight.
We beat them so bad they're boycotting us.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, it was bad. I don't even want to say how bad it was.
Yeah. So bad they didn't even break Sam.
Yeah, poor Sam. I miss Sam. And then Vlad opened up Sam's Star Wars box for him. So he
Right.
didn't get nothing.
That wasn't right.
Yeah, that's all I had to hear that all day Saturday. Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars.
Did you watch any of their games?
No. Vlad has Jessica interested in Star Wars.
Really?
Yeah, and if she could have stayed, she was going to have him teach her how to play.
Really?
But she had to leave because
Because you made her.
no, her. Yeah, I kicked her out.
Go home,
Go
Jessica.
home, Jessica. I picked Jessica up for work in the morning, and then her husband picked her up at night
Oh.
because her car wasn't running.
Gotcha.
So he was waiting on her. She couldn't stay and play, but she was definitely interested. And Vlad gave her a bunch of cards, and they opened a box together.
Oh,
and,
really?
Oh, they were having fun.
Huh.
Yeah.
Too bad I missed it.
Yeah. I am not going to play Star Wars. I'll tell you right now. If
Yeah. I told him I'd try it.
if Overpower doesn't capture my attention, I will play Sorcery with the King Arthur.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll play that.
Who said they were playing it?
What's that?
Somebody in this chat was playing it. Is it Josh?
Ricky.
Ricky?
Ricky's playing Sorcery.
Okay.
But I'm not going to do another card game, and I'll never get into anything as deep as I did Overpower.
Michael said he's into it now.
Michael's in.
He
Vlad
opened
got
up-
you into Star Wars?
He opened a box while he was watching the podcast, I guess.
Oh, nice. Did you get
Did
a
you get-
showcase? I hope you did.
Did you get a Boba Fett?
Let's see. Ricky says you'll never know which frontline character I'll randomly have all the avoids for. Well, that is true.
You better place as many as you can.
Yeah. And, you know, you can actually, if you're playing Beyonder, you can switch your reserve character from game to game. You don't have to have the same one every time. Ricky likes Sorcery that much. Sorcery rules. We never got anybody to play Sorcery Wars, says Josh.
Oh, he said he got 2 showcases.
What? Not out of one box. Seriously? No.
Maybe he opened another one.
Showcase, yeah, maybe. Showcase is supposed to be one every 12 boxes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're really hard to get.
Hmm.
So what was I saying about? I don't know. I lost track. Oh, we couldn't get anybody to play Sorcery up here, and most of the boxes that we sold did not go to players in the store. We sold them online.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shipped them out, huh?
Yep. And they did a prepackaged 4 decks ready to go right out of the box, and we couldn't get anybody to bite on those either.
Yeah.
Those ended up going online too. Oh, he got 2 Boba Fett's, not 2 showcases.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Boba Fett, that's a good card though, right? I think it's like a $90 card.
Wow.
Yeah, and he probably, I'm guessing you paid $110 a box, so,
It pays for the box,
yep.
unless you want to keep it.
Yeah, it makes it worth buying a box.
Right.
You're not gonna lose money on that, that's for sure. So does anybody have any questions? Oh, one borderless, okay.
Is
I
that-
can't
is that
wait to see
more
how
rare?
many, yeah. I don't know how rare those are.
What's the rarity, Mike?
How often do you get a borderless? I think it can't be much. John says, glad someone like Sorcery, no players here in the Northeast. I bet there are players out there and you just don't know where they are yet, John. I think they'll come out eventually. The boxes of Sorcery shot up after they first came out. The alpha was a Kickstarter only. And when it released, that stuff just exploded. I
Really?
think you paid like $144 a box on Kickstarter, and they went to $250 as soon as they released, and went up to $450.
Oh, wow.
They came back
So-
down a little.
Nobody can afford to play it, huh?
Well, somebody can, 'cause they was buying it all up. They was opening it, selling the singles, and making a fortune off of it. So then they did a beta run, which was the same as the alpha. It just changed something a little bit different. And they were pretty limited boxes. And they shot up in price too. They went up to like 200 to 250 right off the bat.
Wow.
Came back down to around 180, which is where I think they still are, but nobody's got them. Very few people have them. We haven't had any in a long time. There was only one shipment of it. They shipped everything at once, and that was it. There was no restocks.
How many sets are there?
Just the alpha and the beta so far.
And that's it?
Yeah, Arthur will be the third one.
Is the game fairly new?
Yeah. The betas came out in October, I think, and then the alpha was maybe 6 months before that.
Okay, so
And-
maybe a year.
Yeah, Ricky said something, but they're only going to do one set a year. Is that right, Ricky? Beta is sold out now too. Yeah. Mike says he's not sure. They're rare. Boxes around 120 now minimum. Yeah, I think they're closer to 135. John says no community in store. Yeah, I know that's the same thing we're having a problem with. One thing I found as a store owner, if you want a game to be played in your store, have somebody that works in your store who likes the game and can hype it for you. That's why we're doing so well with Star Wars. We have Anthony who loves the Star Wars game, and he's hyped it
In the store?
in the store. Everyone who comes in, he's asked, have you tried the Star Wars game? Have you tried the Star Wars game yet? We got a couple 2-player starters left, and that's all we got. And you better get them now. And he's right. They're loving it. Everyone who picks it up plays. We had 3 guys show up to play Pokemon on a Friday night, and it was a pre-release or the release event for Star Wars, and he got all 3 of them to switch to Star Wars.
Oh, from Pokemon?
Yeah, and one of them actually came to play Star Wars. He wasn't planning to play Pokemon. The other 2 came to play Pokemon, didn't, and played Star Wars instead. And they're hooked on Star Wars.
Yeah, AJ said it was fun.
Yeah, it seems to be. And Ricky says correct, just 1 set a year. And John says Star Wars is huge here. Yep. The games that don't have the fan base already built in, like Star Wars does, you got to have somebody in the store hyping it. And I think with Sorcery, we'll get that because I'll be playing King Arthur, and
And you'll hype it?
I think, well, yeah, I think guys will play it just because they got someone to talk to about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Overpower. People are wanting to play Overpower because we do this in the store all the time. We're
Yeah.
always talking about Overpower.
I think the problem with finding new Overpower players is the limited availability of cards at this point.
Right.
There's just nothing been printed for so long now.
When they release a new set, I don't think it'll be hard to pick up players at all.
No, I think
They'll be there, depending on what the IP is. Some people may wait until they get Marvel, which hopefully won't be long, right, BMG? Let's see. Ricky says Team Covenant, who is selling Sorcery, still actually happens to be in Tulsa, so I think people play here. I just don't get out enough to see. Michael says, got to go. Hope you guys see the eclipse in totality next Monday. 99% isn't good enough. Michael, thanks, man. Have a great week. We'll
Take
talk
care,
to you
Michael.
later. And Ricky says, BMG needs to get some product out. Absolutely, they do. They're working on something. How soon is anybody's guess?
Yeah, it's supposed to be play testing before too long, I would think.
Play testing is supposed to have started in March.
End of March, April, something like that.
Well, originally they said they hoped to have some play testing starting in March.
Yeah, and the last I heard was end of the second quarter for an announcement for the
End of
IP.
The second quarter is March, yeah.
No.
Oh,
June.
for the IP.
Yeah.
Oh, second quarter, right. The first quarter, June through
Yeah.
March.
So end of June, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah. I'll have to reach out and ask them if they got anything planned at Origins. If they got an announcement to make around that time, that'd be a good place to do it.
That'd be a nice launch.
Yeah. We are. Hey, Howard. Good to see you, buddy. It's been a couple weeks. We're running a lot of HeroClick events for WizKids during Origins.
Yeah.
But we can run events for Overpower if they don't do anything. They don't announce anything until June. That's a short time. They can't get into Origins. We can use our room here.
Right.
As long as it's on Friday and Saturday, because we have plans for Sunday. So if they announce something, we're ready to go at Origins.
Yeah, we can hold what, 100 here? 112?
Well, 164, I think, is our max seating capacity. And that's just because that's all the room can hold, according to the fire department. We could get more chairs and tables in here than that.
All right.
but
165,
fire
I'll
department's
allow it.
Ricky says, no play testing yet. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be. No play testing. Brett says, has anyone heard if BMG has a plan in the event scalpers start hoarding product? Brett, I have heard nothing about how they're going to distribute it at all. I don't know what their plans are. None of us do. I don't think you're going to have to worry about scalpers, though.
No, I think they want to launch it into big box stores, like Target, Walmart type stuff.
Well, yeah, but scalpers go in there and buy it and then mark it up is what Brett's talking about.
No.
If it's hard to get. I'm kind of drawn. I kind of like to see a limited print run, kind of create that excitement and allow the scalpers to make a little money, because it keeps the word out there, that keeps
The game's hot. Yeah.
your game's name out there in front of the public, at least the game playing public. And if they produce too much product and the distributors can't sell it, then it's not good, because they might not order the second set.
Right.
But it'll be interesting to see what IP they start with. And they don't show up in our chat very often anymore right now. I think they got a lot they're trying to work out, but I should contact them and just ask them if they're thinking of anything for Origins. Howard says
Yes.
that would be a nice problem to have. Yeah, absolutely. If the scalpers are buying it all up and reselling it to make money, that's not a bad thing in their eyes, although I understand you want to get the cards out to all the players who want to play. Arcana got hurt really bad from players not being able to get cards. Absolutely, Brett, they did. You're not wrong. We're having a hard time getting Arcana off the ground now. They're in set 3. We saw a lot of the product that we can't get the guys to come in and play the game.
Really?
Yeah. They've
But
done,
you're selling the cards.
what's that?
but
Well, they're
you're-
buying the boxes, yeah, and the packs. But the organized play from those guys has been ridiculous. Ridiculously lacking. There's no participation prizes, which almost every game does. So people aren't too excited about organized play of Arcana, but they are buying it and playing it. John says, I had one of my distributors talk to me about BMG. I gave Overpower a positive recommendation. What? John? Give me a little more info. Do you have a store, John? I didn't realize that. Where's your store? What's the name of your store? Put it out there. Do you sell online? If you do, put your website out there in the chat. Let us know. And can you tell me what distributor talked to you? I know I sent a message to the BMG guys and said, please use GTS or Southern Hobby. And don't make me go open an account with somebody that I don't currently have one with. Your GTS rep, okay?
Do they have just one rep?
Oh, no, they got,
They're big.
yeah. Them and Southern Hobby are the two biggest distributors in the country. And I don't know which one's bigger. They're both huge. We use mostly GTS. Pandemonium Books and Games. Okay. Well, put your website in there. What do you sell online? Do you sell online? And remind me, where are you located? Cambridge, Massachusetts.
He's out in Mass. Yeah.
Okay. That is interesting. How long ago did the GTS rep contact you? My reps never asked me anything about it, but that's Steve for you. He'll let everybody else do the work. I hope they use GTS, to be honest with you. That would be my preferred. Although I do love my rep at Southern Hobby. But my guy at GTS really, really takes care of us.
I didn't know John owned a store either.
What's that?
I didn't know John owned a store either.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. If he's told us earlier, I forgot. All right, your rep just asked you 2 weeks ago. That's
So
interesting.
maybe they're gearing up.
Okay. We'll send a text to the BMG. Tell them GTS is asking around. They said ask one store.
Well, I know that BMG owners know John fairly well. He plays at a lot of their events,
Okay.
so I know him and Joe are fairly tight.
So that's good news. I can't wait to hear what the IP is going to be based on. By the way, what is coming up May 3rd and 4th?
It's a little shootout.
Yeah, the Oklahoma City shootout. Anybody going? Has anybody changed their plans and decided to go? I'm the general manager, not the owner, says John. Okay,
No.
That's still good. Good to know. But you can still put your website up there if you guys are selling online. And hopefully you'll sell Overpower online. We will sell the Overpower online off our website, heroesandgames.com, as soon as we start getting confirmation of some numbers.
Get a gold medal, John.
Yeah. From Josh. John B., say hi to Lee for me. The next time you see him, I miss him.
Lee Valentine.
Yeah, I was disappointed Lee didn't come to the Boston event.
I think he's got a lot of health issues, from what I understand.
Yeah, but I thought he'd at least pop in and say hi to everybody, all of us old guys.
Yeah.
Would have been nice. The OKC shootout, I know Ricky's going. That it's going to be the one to launch the whole season. I wish I could go. I'm going to have to miss that one because they changed it from a bad date to a worse date for me. There was a chance I maybe could have conned somebody into working for me at the old date, and then the new date came along, and it was a catastrophe. We have two guys out playing
HeroClix.
HeroClix. Such is the life of a local game store. Yeah, John says Lee has major health issues, unfortunately. Yep, that's what we've heard. And Ricky says, hope we can get an okay turnout at OKC. Yeah, Ricky, I know, it's
Yeah,
scary.
we're pulling for you. But
Yeah, unfortunately, nobody from Ohio can make it that weekend. Everyone had a different excuse. I mean, reason.
I don't have an excuse. I'm just not going by myself.
Is that it?
Yeah.
And the Canadians can't make it. So that wiped out 14, 15 players right there. So I see Mark Bonneville every week, though. Nice. Mark has come up lately in Facebook as somebody I may know. And, of course, I do know him. But I checked, and he is not ever on Facebook, so I didn't send him a friend request. Brett says, I want to go to OKC. Travel is just too expensive. I think I'm down for the OK Cup, though. Yay! Airfare looking pretty good for that. Doug, when are you holding an online tourney?
Whenever you're ready, Ricky.
Yeah, I don't know that I want to do an online event. I hate online events.
Send us the radar warning.
Oh, okay. All right, Ricky. We'll work on it. We'll let Phil run it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Online tourneys are tough, but you know what? Each player has to have his own setup, so it's not like we have to do anything other
Nope.
than organize it.
Yeah. I think maybe 3-4 years ago, Ed had an event where whoever had to buy was going over and playing online. And it started sparking some interest for the online play.
Okay. There's a lot of things we can do. We got to hype the OKC shootout, though, and get some people showing up for Josh. That's, like I said, that's going to start the whole BMG. No, I'm sorry, not BMG. North America Overpower League. Now, the whole year. That's the beginning of everything. And everything will accumulate to the Champ of Champs again here in Columbus next year. But as far as this year goes, we're kicking everything off the OKC. So let's see what you guys can come up with. Mark is on
ZVB? What is that?
ZFB. It doesn't log in much.
Is that Zuckerberg Facebook?
I don't know. All right. Well, when you see Mark, tell him Doug and Phil said hi.
I don't think I know Mark.
You know, remember we used to call him Darth Barnable. I don't know why. Maybe that's what Mo called him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember many of those guys from Boston.
Really? You just went there, beat everybody, and went home.
Yeah, just
Okay, too expensive a trip right now, and I'm low on vacation. You know what? You got to find a way to make it a work-related trip and get them to pay for your airfare. And Josh will put you up. He'll find some place to put you up for the weekend, I promise. Mark played in the Boston tournament a couple of years back. Nice.
Oh,
Free radar warning from Ricky for whoever comes.
And I'll give you another one.
Yeah, BMG ought to. They ought to come up with
Okay.
some extra promos to help Josh out.
I may know Mark then. I went to Boston in 2019, I want to say.
Yeah, that might have been the one he was there. But he played in all those Scarlet Witch Invitationals.
I'd have to see what he looks like. I'm better with faces than I am names.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you met
Wouldn't.
him back then. But
Yeah.
it's not like we hung out together. We only saw him twice a year.
Right. The only one I remember is Tim from out there.
Tim?
Mhm.
No, that's one I don't remember. Who the heck is
Oh.
Tim?
He was the one that always played Gambit.
Oh, okay. Now I remember Tim.
Yeah.
Yep.
He always challenged you.
Yeah. I played him once. He had an Any Hero. Did he play Any Heroes?
I think so.
Yeah.
He did then, yeah.
Yeah. And I drew Little Iceman in the first hand and placed it on X Babies.
And just waited.
And yeah, and he couldn't do anything. When the hand that he did finally draw DOW, he knew he couldn't play it. And so I beat him, and he said, "Yeah, I draw that in the first hand and place, and it just killed me." But it was fun. Yeah, I remember him. Marcel, how many Ohio boys making it to Canada is the question.
I think everybody,
I think as of right now, everybody?
as far as I know.
Scott and Chris?
I know,
Oh,
I
you
know
know
Chris
what?
for sure.
Scott said he is trying
And
to go.
Scott, yeah, Scotty was attempting to at least.
Yeah.
There won't be Miles, obviously, because he can't.
We don't even count Miles as one of the Ohio guys
Yeah,
anymore.
he's Kentucky now. But probably
Yeah,
Scott
Marcel,
Williamson will
it
go.
looks like there's 7 guys coming from Ohio to Canada right now. And that don't include if Corey and Josiah come. And I think Corey does want to come now that I think about it. So that could be 8. Make Gambit playable. One final league errata. You know what? Stefan, who was supposed to come and play Saturday, he must have got busy at that toy show he went to. That's his goal, is to make Gambit playable. He's struggling though.
Everybody is.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, he's
20 points?
20-point max,
Max
6.
six.
Yeah, with no team defense.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I might be able to make it to Canada this year for once. All right, John, that'd be great. Howard says we have some special stuff planned again this year. That's great. And if we do make it up, of course, we'll be broadcasting Overpowered Adventures live on the stream. And it's, oh, Daniel, I thought you got those avoids in sets of 30. Yeah, Larry ought to sell them in packs of 10.
Get rid of them.
Well, he doesn't have too many problems selling them. Because Ricky bought a whole
buys 'em out.
bunch. Somebody else bought a whole bunch last year. Corey told me he was coming. I'm holding him to it. Howard, now that I think about it, I'm like 99% sure Corey said he is going.
No, you spelled his name wrong. So that's a different
Yeah,
Corey.
There's no E in Corey. Maybe he's talking about a different Corey.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Got off the hook, Corey.
Yeah, Corey Sims is off the hook. He doesn't have to go because Howard's talking about a different Corey. We're doing our best. I told the wife we're coming. We're just trying to work out some details. And I do plan to go to Seattle and see Doug out there. And, of course, wherever I go, I'm going to have the camera and the microphone, and we'll do some live streaming. Where else am I? Oh, I don't know if I'm going to make Boston this year. I'm going to 3 of the 5 events for sure. I have to see about Boston. Corey was talking about he might want to go back to Boston.
Did he like it?
Oh, yeah.
If you guys get me an ice cream cake, I'm coming. The ice cream sandwich.
Man, you got free entry in all 5 events. You got to go to OKC, too.
Yeah, it's not free flights, though.
No, the flights are.
Although if I can find that Shadow King, he owes me a free flight.
Oh, Shadow King.
Yeah.
The airfare is cheaper that weekend than it was the weekend originally scheduled, but it's still expensive.
I'll drive to Boston even.
What?
Yeah. I'm going to stay out with Keffer for a little while.
Dude, that's a heck of a drive. That's 2 days.
It's like 12 hours or something.
12 or 13.
Yeah, that's a cakewalk.
We did it once.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy that, by the
No.
way. I think you slept the whole way home.
Yeah, needed it.
Yeah,
After beating
because
them.
I slept all the way out there.
After beating all those Bostonians, I was tired.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. The drive, I mean. The tournament was, but the drive.
The Sox game was a
date was
blast.
Niagara again? Howard says June 14th and 15th, Ricky.
Yeah, it's a bad weekend for me, though, unfortunately.
What?
I got to be there. Yeah.
Why is that a bad weekend?
I'm supposed to be in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
It's my grandson's 1-year-old birthday. So I may have to fly Sunday from Buffalo to.
He won't even know you're not there.
They'll tell him and have pictures. And
Mom and Dad will know.
my wife will make me feel guilty.
Already chatted with BMG. They are broadcasting from the Danger Room.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I know. I think they're doing all 5 events this year, but that doesn't mean that I won't want to, Howard, if you'll let me. Brett said, wife is totally on board for Boston, so I'm looking at least 2. Nice. Shadow King still owes you a flight, Phil, says Marcel.
That is true, Marcel. I hope you're the Shadow King, or I'm at least going to act like you are.
Well, I somehow missed all that excitement with the Shadow King.
Yeah, he had a bunch of hype
Yeah.
and threw a offer out there to whoever won. I think it was OKC. Got a free flight to Niagara.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't come through. He just
Didn't come
vanished
through.
after
Yeah,
that,
he-
didn't he?
Yeah. You ate all the donuts. I didn't even get a donut.
And I'll hold on here.
You remember that?
Yeah, I think I ate 2. Josh says, I'll be at Seattle, but trying to figure out which others I can work in. My schedule is ridiculous this year. Well, I hope
Ridiculously
you make it to
good?
Columbus. Columbus is the one that matters the most.
Yeah, it's the biggest.
But, yeah,
And the
but the
best.
good thing is we have 2 in Columbus. You can always come to the Champ of Champs if you can't make the OP Cup, which technically would be next year. So this year you need to come to the OP Cup.
25. Wow. Where's the flying cars?
Yeah, we need them bad. I heard a rumor that they're going to quit trying to get electric cars and switch to flying cars now.
Well, they're not selling, so they should.
Yeah. Josh says, too busy. Really want to do Columbus. Well, we'd love to have you here, Josh. I don't remember our date. August?
18th or 19th, something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. So you got time, Josh. You can work it out. It's going to be a big. I'm kind of surprised so many guys are coming back this year without an announcement from BMG. Just imagine when they make that announcement, what it's going to do to attendance.
Yeah, Howard won't be able to have it at his house.
No, he'll have to rent a place.
Or go back to Buffalo.
That would be even better because we don't have to cross the border. Buffalo's a pretty long drive too, though, isn't it?
5 hours.
Five.
5.5 hours, yeah.
All right. Anything more than 45 minutes is long to me. Marcel says Seattle is going to be the big destination event this year.
I don't know about that.
They're going to have the most players.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
I think Columbus or Niagara probably will.
Looking forward to home field advantage next for me. Yeah, you need something so you can win an event, right? You're in a bit of a slump. Would you win one last year? I know there's one more than me. Yeah, I think Seattle's going to have the most players.
Do you?
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think they're going to hit 35. Right, Doug? Where's Doug Taylor? You still in this chat, Doug?
I think we can easily hit 40.
What? Easily?
I mean, we had 12 or 13 players just from Ohio at the COC.
Yeah.
If they get the game launched, Ohio was huge.
Well, you're right. We got that one. Yeah, that is. Seattle will be a biggie for sure, says Doug. Hey, Doug, you know it's April 1st.
Venue.
Sign that contract now.
April
Tell we
Fools.
game till April.
April
Here it is. Let's talk. Let's set a date. As soon as they do, I'll buy my airfare. I'll pay for my online registration. How many do we have to have? I think Larry said 19, 20? Got to have 20 people. Pre-registered.
Yep, and paid.
What? Right. Paid 30 days in advance?
Yep.
Or 30 days from the announcement of the date. Josh is going to go for a whole week. Venue locked up. Whoa, that's awesome. Do we have a date announced? I know Larry's not in the chat tonight. He told me he had something to do tonight. Monday nights aren't good for Larry, it seems, lately.
Is this Larry's event or Doug's?
Larry's event, and Doug is helping Larry organize it because Doug is in Seattle.
April Fools.
Banned.
All right, we got to go.
Banned. You are banned, Doug. Guess what? And that's not April Fool's. Got me all excited. I was ready to go buy my tickets. Can't trust anyone these days. You're right, Ricky. Can't trust anyone. You know what they say? Don't believe anything you read on the internet on April Fool's Day.
I thought everything was true on the internet.
Every day but this day.
Every day but this day.
Yeah. Oh, man, I got excited. Doug.
All right, well, it's a good way to end it.
Yeah.
8:03.
8:03. I think it's going to be Doug's laughing.
Just for that, Doug, I'm not coming.
I'm not bringing Corey with me. Very soon, though, hopefully, he says. All right. I hope so, too, because I'm ready.
Yeah, I can't retire until I win every event, every destination.
You want to win all 5 cities, or all 5 events. So,
Valhalla's conquered, Oklahoma City's conquered, Columbus is conquered.
So Niagara and Seattle this year.
And Boston. So I have to,
Boston.
I have to go.
Seattle would be Valhalla. So technically, you already won Valhalla.
Yeah, I don't have to go.
Yeah.
But it's for my 4th axe.
Yeah. So you got to win Boston and Niagara this year. Man.
Can I do it?
All right. I'll take Phil saying he's not coming to OKC as his April Fool's. I wish, Ricky. But unfortunately, Ohio and Canada are out for the OKC. Phil with the Infinity Stones. Yeah. I just don't see how anyone from Ohio is going to make it.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out this year for anybody. Corey had something going on in the original date. He couldn't have been there. It was awful.
Yeah, it was my whole family's birthday weekend the first week.
So not looking good for Ohio and Canada. They're going to be down. I don't know. He could still get 15, 16 players.
He's got some Texas people interested.
Okay, so it may hit 20. 20 would be good. We need BMG to send Josh some extra promos. Make an announcement. Hey, to come to OKC.
Yep.
We'll give some special foil promos or something to them guys. Try and make it worth their time to be out there.
Howard, have you heard anything on the prize support for this year?
For this year?
Yeah.
they haven't said yet
I
what
don't know.
BMG's doing?
I haven't heard.
That's interesting. I hope, well, it won't be any heroes again, right? You would think.
Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully it's some real uncut sheets of.
I
Actual
heard
product?
they may make a Deathlock hero with a 7.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
No.
Another April Fool's.
And they're not going to do a Henry Pym with a negate either.
I'm easily fooled.
Josh, oh no, Josh still the Infinity. That's interesting. I wonder what they could do for pricing this year. Unless they're going to wait and hope. Well, KC's a month away. They're not going to make a IP announcement in the next month. I mean, they could.
Yeah.
But then they couldn't make an announcement and have something available by then.
Right. Not with no play testing even being done.
Well, they print everything overseas.
That's
It takes
true.
forever to get anything.
Poor Chinese.
And then if it gets lost in the mail, it takes twice as long.
Poor Americans.
I wonder if that first order ever showed up.
I don't know. Yeah.
Those Team up the 6 innies and the 7 foil.
Maybe somebody's selling them.
Yeah, we ought to look online. Check Craigslist, eBay, Marketplace. Uh-oh. Howard says, I have, but I cannot disclose. BMG wants to announce.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Would be nice for an announcement.
Yeah. Tell us anything. We're so desperate for news. We've just not heard anything. Haven't heard anything about any play testing going on. We haven't heard anything about the promos. We haven't heard anything about an IP. What else haven't we heard?
Haven't heard it.
Yeah. But Deathlock already has 3-7 stats sometimes. I know, Ricky.
Not the right way.
I wish there was a way that they need to make a rule that would allow those cards to be equipment and start in play and cannot be removed.
Either that or draw a card when you play it. Either one would be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to start with equipment, just make them the stats.
Well, yeah, but equipment means it starts in play at the beginning of the game.
No, I know. I'm saying if you're going to do that, just start them with those stats
Well,
instead
yeah.
of making them equipment.
But if you could draw a card, it won't do you any good if you draw it in the last hand.
That's true.
But the Niagara hype train, says Daniel. Yeah, we do need to hype Niagara, but that's not till June. We got to do the OKC first, and we need to get Josh in here in the chat next week, talk about what he's doing. He moved venues, I believe.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he did, and because there's a separate room where they're going to do the broadcast, the live stream.
Oh, nice.
So keep it quiet, from what I hear. But I'll send him an invite and see if he can at least come in the first half hour before he does his D&D stuff. So, all right, guys, it was a great chat tonight. Thanks for tuning in, watching. Hopefully you got all of your... Oh, Ricky. Yeah. New home base, Deathlock's Armory. I like it. I like it. You guys, thanks for supporting my Deathlock habit. I really appreciate it. Home base with the ability grid enhancers cannot be negated. There we go. John, you're a genius. Thank you.
They already got that.
I'm gonna send that to BMG right now.
Odin's Vault.
Yeah, but it's got to be specific. Huh? Wait a minute.
Yeah, they got that.
Well, the Ultimate Nullifier could take them away, but nobody's going to play that, right?
True.
And it's still hard to get. And gives you +1 to venture. Maybe a home base costs 1 point, can start with 1 grid enhanced special. I'll take that. Daniel says, thanks for doing this topic. Hey, Daniel, you're welcome. I hope you learned how to do it. It's not that hard.
Yeah, we need some people to reach out so we can do a little more online play.
That was right. That was one thing I wanted to go in the Discord and announce that you want to play online. You'll find lots of guys willing to do it. Go on the Facebook group page and post that you're looking to play. Maybe give a time frame about when you're available, what day and what hours, so people can hook up.
There's my cell number if anybody wants to hit me up.
All right.
I don't.
Little Iceman can negate those artifacts. Not the artifacts. Oh,
The specials.
just specials.
Not if they're attached equipment.
Right. But you're right. Little Iceman would get rid of all my grid enhancers on Deathlock.
Deathlock sucks.
He does.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. But you know what? I'm gonna
He'd be
keep
better if he
trying.
was a 7, though.
Right, especially if he's a 7 from the beginning
Right.
that you can't take away from him.
Mhm.
But
Still worse than White Queen, so
yeah, he's definitely worse than White Queen.
she's 17 points.
And-
He's 20.
Yeah, and she's got some nice Wumper decks.
Yeah,
His Wumper decks are all grid enhancers.
I like White Queen.
I do too. I like that. I've been adding that one Wumper deck too about the battle site.
No, I don't like that one.
You don't like that? Why? Just in case you're playing any hero deck?
Yeah, that and it's just too random. Get 1 out of 15 cards or something.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
I don't know. No venture value.
What if you pulled out their Wumper deck?
I mean, that's if you do.
You pull out their negate maybe.
Yeah.
It's worth a shot. And not only that, they're going to have to discard an activator because they already played the special.
That's true.
Could have to. Howard says, I have a couple of challenge announcements for the group next Monday. All right, Howard. Thanks for the hype. Now people are going to tune in just to hear your announcements.
Thanks, Howard.
You're right. I thought it said cards and not special cards. Yep, Brett, sorry. It's a nice try, though. Josh says Gambit at +8. No.
8 stats.
Yeah. Wow, nobody's a +8. Why would Gambit be a +8, Josh?
Kinetic energy.
That's the only way you can get him playable. 2 ace for 20 points.
He's playable then.
Yeah, no doubt.
8-8-2-2.
8-8. That would be interesting. So, all right, guys. So next week we're going to have a challenge announcement for the group. Make sure you tune in. We'll get maybe Larry will come back, and he'll have an announcement too.
Come back, Larry.
Announcement of announcements. We'll have Larry make an announcement for Seattle as a date. Josh says we're making Gambit playable, and we're going to do it next week. We're going to announce that next week too. That Gambit's playable.
All right.
So
I'll build a
next week-
I'll build a Gambit deck. You guys talk me into it.
Okay. All right, Josh.
I'll
There you
live
go.
I'll live stream it next Thursday for you.
All right, yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys, on our Thursdays. The very first week we did it, we had 100 views this week.
Oh, really?
On that one, yep. Last week's was down a little bit. I don't remember, 77, 67, something like that, but it was good. And some guys were there from beginning to end this week, so that was fun. We're going to take, or this last week, this week we're going to take off and we'll be back at it a week from Thursday.
Yeah. I know you boys are scouting, so keep up the good work.
Yeah, we're saving the really good decks for later. We're playing them after the live streams. So you guys have a great week. Thanks for tuning in. And make sure you like and subscribe the channel so that you know when we do go live on those Thursday events. And this summer, we're going to try and do them a little bit later so that the West Coast can watch live. So thanks so much, guys. We'll see you all soon.
Have a great night.
And we're out. All right. 35 views, 17.